How to give your tank a really good deep clean. Step away from the fish tank. The best way to do a deep clean is to not. The best thing for fish is to do regular water changes every week, and I'll always suggest 50% every week for most tanks. I do a lot more on most of my tanks. If you don't, and then you do a larger than usual water change, then you could be in for a huge issue, potentially killing your fish. Let me explain more. In your water there are many things, one of which is calcium carbonate or magnesium bicarbonate, and this is your hardness. Calcium or magnesium is your GH, and carbonates or bicarbonates are the KH. As your filter processes ammonia to nitrite and then onto nitrates, hydrogen ions are released. They are acidic. In fact, that's what makes things acidic. But that KH, the carbonates and the bicarbonates, will mop them up, becoming carbonic acid, which will break apart and become water and CO2. The CO2 will escape as a gas. This means that as more ammonia is produced, more hydrogen ions are released, more carbonates are used up, and the lower the pH becomes. Eventually all the KH is used up and the pH will start to really drop. Once it goes below 6, or thereabouts, most of the time your cycle will stall, but the ammonia being produced will be converted to ammonium by the hydrogen ions in the water. This is a lot safer than ammonia. It's not safe, but it's safer. Think similar to nitrates. They're not great as they build up, but they're not immediately fatal. Now, you've now got a time bomb waiting to go off. You do a water change, and in that fresh water are a load of KH molecules. They go around, mop up some of those hydrogen molecules, and your pH will rise. And that safer ammonium, some will convert back to ammonia. Now your water is toxic to fish, it's likely your filter organisms have died, or at least a lot of them will have. And your fish will start to die. You blame the water, something about tap water being awful, and the country going to the dogs. You don't do another water change till the algae gets so bad you have to, and the process happens again. So what can you do? Test your water with a liquid test kit. Ammonia, nitrite, nitrate, pH, KH, and GH. Then test your tap water for nitrates, pH, KH, and GH. Ideally, they will match. If they do, then you're good to go. Change as much water as you like, as often as you like. Again, ideally 50% or more weekly. This assumes that ammonia and nitrite are 0, and nitrates are less than 20 ppm. If the pH in your tank is below 6, you will need to do small water changes, about 10% daily till tap and tank waters match. While you're doing that, test every day for ammonia, and if you get any, do an 80% water change. It'll be a big pH change for your fish, but it's safer than having ammonia. Keep testing and reduce how much you feed your fish. If the pH is above 6, but there's a difference between tap and tank water, do 10% or so daily, or twice daily, till they match. And keep going once you've hit that point. We see it every time. When's the big time? Spring clean, Christmas, January, new me, let's get it on. September when the schools go back. And people will be on the group going, why are my fish dying? The tank's been set up ages, but my fish are dying, or my fish have got what turns out to be ammonia burns on them. And it tends to be just your maintenance has slipped that bit. And don't get me wrong, it happens to all of us. Life hits you sometimes and makes things incredibly difficult. And the last thing you want to be doing is changing water in a fish tank that looks fine, or even tests fine. But this is where the things start to creep in. And that process I've described there is what we refer to as old tank syndrome. And if you have very soft water, old tank syndrome can happen in weeks. I had super soft water where I used to live, and it could happen in days. If you have harder water, it takes a lot longer for it to happen. But you'll still get that pH shift. And don't forget that the difference between pH 6 and pH 7 is a factor of 10. The difference between pH 6 and pH 8 is a factor of 100. So you're not looking at something that's, it's fine, it's only 1 pH point. That's times 10 for the amount of hydrogen ions or OH, hydroxide ions, depending on which way you're going. That can be a huge change for your fish. So yeah, how to do a deep clean on your fish tank. Please don't.